his websites. But what the person is doing is he tried to reply to the messages manually. He just want to read and reply to every messages. How the messages will be? Hi, I want a large pizza, extra cheese. And another message comes like, is there is a veg combo, and someone is asked that whether what's the delivery time to this particular place. So it's like he has a overwhelming messages. At sometimes the customers wouldn't be able to wait, and they send some angry emojis. So because those customers are waiting for a long time. So in this case, what happens? He tried to adapt this NLP as a chatbot to his communications. That is what the NLP is doing here. It understands the messages in a human language. That's the main thing. Also, it understands the customer messages and replies instantly. Even with emojis or as well as the spelling mistakes are coming up, also it replies immediately. And also it has the intent. Okay, it detects the intent. What's the intention of the customer? Whether they're coming for ordering, or they come for a delivery, or they're just saying hi. Okay, what it do? It does it pull all the data from the menu and reply to the customer. Yes, when the question comes, I want a veg chicken pizza extra cheese. It says that yes, we will take your order. And it says if there is a veg combo, yes, we have a veg combo. In such a way, try to reply for that. And it has the main thing is like it knows whether it's an order, whether it's a query, or it's a greeting. In such a way, it has the intent. Okay, that is called NLP. What happens because of NLP? The person who already manually replied to the customers, it takes around 10 to 15 minutes to analyze everything. But because of this NLP, the customers got the reply within 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, there is some errors will be there, but the errors are very minimal. He has very few order mistakes, not much. Because of that, he is able to increase the sales. That's the concept of NLP. So NLP always powers the chatbots. It is mainly used in chatbots or translation tools, sentiment analysis, all those places. Now we jump into this text attack. So text attack, what this is going to do? It makes the we are going to use it for the NLP models. So we have a different models are there. In this, it is specifically to the NLP models in the AI. Okay, we are going to experimenting the robustness, how efficiency the models are there. For that, we are going to use this text attack tool. By using this, the benefit is after that the NLP models will become more seamless, faster, and it will be very easy. For that, which we are going to do is like we are going to use this adversarial attacks, adversarial trainings, and data augmentations. The first thing is what is adversarial attacks. As you know that adversarial attacks, or like we try to create some tricky inputs. Why we are going to do that with the NLP models? In the chatbot, we are going to use some tricky inputs. Why we are using that? To fool the NLP models. Why we are doing that? To get the wrong predictions. So actually it has to predict the exact ones. Instead of that, we make that NLP to provide the wrong suggestions to the customers, maybe the end users. So that's what these adversarial attacks do. Adversarial training, whatever we are trying to test during the adversarial attacks, we try to use multiple attacks. Those attacks will be trained with this NLP models. That is, we just teaching the models with the tricky inputs to make that model more robust. That is what we are adversarial training. In the data augmentation, what we do, we are expanding our training data with multiple versions, version 1, version 2, version 3, in that way. For example, you are providing data, hello, hi, and also you are providing hello there, such a word, different sentences you are providing. that is called data augmentation. With all these test cases, it improves the efficiency of the model, because sometimes that won't get confused. We will see in detail about all these things in the next slides. So this is what a text attack tool would do. Okay, so with that, I want to move to the next slide. Okay, here what we are going to see is what are the ways to use text attack, how we will be able to use the command line and the Python API, because it's a very vast. We will go for multiple parts as well. So this text attack has like recipes and many things are there. So main thing, you should understand how this works. And here, what are the different ways we can use the text attack tool? One is command line, another one is the Python API. If you are looking to integrate the text attack to an existing project, say two things: if you have existing project or you want to use it from the fresh project. For a fresh one, you can use the command line one, so that will be use from built-in functionality for the end-to-end in the sense, like since you train the model, you want to use the adversarial attack and then augmenting and CV. Until that, you will use it. So mainly this is preferable for the beginners, those who try to do right instantly. You can run it in the terminal in your bash or shell. You can instantly run it. But if you have an existing project, for that you can use this Python API. Okay, there are two. One is command line, another one is Python API. Python API, you can use it for the existing project, and you can use the command line for the if you want to build any applications from scratch. So these are the two ways you can use the text attack tool. So what are the key features? Okay, what are the key features of text attack? So it has a three key features, as we have already seen that: adversarial attacks, data augmentations, model training. In the before we have seen, right, in the Python API as well as bash. So what commands we have to provide in the command prompt as well as in the Python. So this is what we have to provide: text attack dot attack for Python, text attack for adversarial attacks. If you want to initiate the adversarial attacks, these are the two commands you have to give. See, there is only a difference is the dot. That is the variation you could see here. And for the data augmentations, you would see that text attack dot augmentations dot augmenter. For a bash, it will be the text attack augment. There is a change in this. Okay, here in the extra they have added augmentation augmenter. They have used augment. The next model training, you have to use text attack dot trainer. For a bash, you have to use text attack train. So this is the key features of text attack. Okay, next we jump into the NLP attack. So what is NLP attacks? Now we have already seen that what is NLP. Okay, now NLP attacks are what? It provides a framework for constructing and thinking about generating inputs in NLP via permutation attacks. So
sorry to interrupt, Michael.
yeah,
These text attack and NLP both are same tool, or
yes, correct. It's the same one. Like text attack is the tool which that we are going to attack the NLP models. Okay, in that we have a different components will be using.
okay, is good.
Okay. So all this comes under text attack only. That's the tool name is text attack. Inside that, whatever the topics are, that comes around the NLP. Okay, yeah. So mainly what NLP attack means, we are going to do a modifications in text data. Okay, you will see that different models are there: voice to text, voice to videos, text to audio generation, text to video generation. Multiple are there. So many are there. So text to pictures are there. Here mainly these NLP models we have to focus on text, because it's a text attack. That's what you should remember. Okay. So what's the main thing? When we do a modification in the text data, that we are going to intentionally exploit certain vulnerabilities, where we are which vulnerability we are mainly focusing on multiple things. Maybe like it's maybe a semantic, maybe like machine learning models. So for that, what we are trying to do, we are trying to disrupt the performance of the NLP models. Okay. If you see some certain examples, like good for that, 𝐺OOD. Instead of that, if I provide 𝐺00D, it should not get confused. If you see ChatGPT, whatever the things you provide, even if the spelling mistakes also, it could be able to understand. That's what they have trained. But that's what this text attack comes into picture. Suppose, instead of good, if you say that G00D, it should not get confused. That's a spelling mistake is there. Okay, what it is? This should not get confused and provide a sensitive data, or maybe it should not leak any details. Okay, so why we are saying that NLP is more dangerous? Because it heavily disrupt the model's performance. Also, we will be able to bypass some filters, and sometimes it slows down the model's inferences. Okay, so here in NLP attacks, we build this is built upon like with 4 components. First one is goal functions, constraints, transformations, search method. So before that, I just want to clear about this perturbation attacks. Perturbation attacks not a much change. It's similar to that when we make some small changes in the input text. For example, the ChatGPT, we are providing some text. Hi, so and so, please provide me some details about NLP. So in that case, it will provide some answers. So if I change some tricks into that, it will go for wrong predictions. Okay, that's what we call it as perturbation attack. Okay, so why we use these perturbation attacks? To improve the efficiency of the language models like BERT, GPT, such kind of things. We try to improve the efficiencies. Here, as like I said, okay, we'll come back to this text attack builds. So these 4 components. What's the goals and functions? Means what these attacks we are aiming for. The constraints are when we try to attack, right? So there are certain rules and limits we should follow. That is what's the constraints. The transformations are whatever the input which we are providing, it will change at certain period. So we should observe that how the inputs are changed. That is called transformations. Search methods are we have to find the best attacks. There are different methods will be there. In that case, we should be able to understand like which method be used to perform that best attacks. That is what. So I'll just explain you with something like, see, for example, that's a SaaS company. They have built a chatbot for the customer support. But you will see in multiple places, even the Microsoft and all. If you see that, you will see the first chatbot comes into picture for the customer support. So suppose that chatbot is NLP powered. Okay, in that case, what you are trying to do something. Okay, instead of login, you are going for some typos error. 𝐿𝐲𝐼N is for login, but what you are trying to do, 𝐿𝐲GN, you are providing that. That might be go for a failure of the response, and that is some slang. Please PLS. Please reset the password. For that, you are telling that PLS reset. Instead of password, you are providing a short form of PWD. Okay, that is another example. Another example is like you're talking about something like create a new password make. So that is a wrong in the phrases. You are rephrasing into different phrases, but with that it should not, the meaning is not changed because you have something in your mind, but the meaning sometimes will get changed. Okay, so that's what this text attack comes into picture. This is a very powerful tool. So to build for those adversarial attacks, all those adversarial things which you are providing, it tries to learn, keep on learning, and provide you the best module so that it will not compromise the efficiency of the output. Okay, so here see, after this goal, what happened is now what we are trying to do in the goal function, I'm trying to force the chatbot to misunderstand my inputs. For example, what I'm giving, how can I reset my password? So I'm giving that way. Okay, so I would say that can I reset my password? And different ways I'm giving it. Like what's my goal is to, I want to just change the input, but the meaning is same. Meaning is same. There is no change in the meaning, but only changes in the input. Okay, that's my goal. So in the constraints, what's the constraints of this attack? Is we should not change more than 20% of the actual words. Okay, and we should use only the nouns or verb. So for that constraints, we have a different methods are there, like semantics preserving, max words per butator. So many methods are available for this constraint. Then what is transformation? Transformations, as like I explained earlier, we have to see how the text is changed. Okay, means for synonym swaps we call it, for that reset to restore. That's a synonym swap will be there. Sometimes if the passwords, how the passwords are changed, like password PAWSWORD. So that I give PASWROD. That is a swap in the characters. And for words insertion, I would say that please change my password. Instead of that, I say kindly please. So two words I'm inserting that. So here we are just observing the transformations, right? So how the text is changed over a period of time. Okay, and the last one is search methods. If you see the search method means like how that text attack, this text attack finds the best perturbation models. Okay, it tries all the possible variations of a sentences, right? It tries to confuse the chatbot, as like we said, reset, restore, password kindly, like that. Try to confuse the chatbot. With that, it keeps on learning. Okay, with that, what happens, it searches one word at a time to maximize the chances of chatbot failure. Okay, so all these attacks, what we are trying to do here, we are trying to discover hundreds of queries that confuses the chatbot, that this augmented training data sets. So we have a lot of variations and we are training the data sets. Okay, now with this attacks, we will be able to improve the efficiency of NLP model. Like we can say approximately 40% of efficiency will get improved. Okay, so that's how this NLP attack works, by using the text attack. Okay, so with that we move into the, so what is data augmentation? So this is one of the three main key features of text attacks. So we have seen adversarial attacks, adversarial training, data augmentations. Now we are moving into the data augmentations. What this means, we are making more training data. How we are doing that? See that we are making a slight changes in the inputs which we are providing, and we are creating multiple examples. So in the previous slide also I have explained, right? Like different, we just gave some small changes in the input. At least we have to be a minimum of 20%. We should change the inputs and check how that chatbot reacts. Okay, so with that we will be able to improve the model's learning and the accuracy. Okay, this makes the model become smarter and stronger. So this is called data augmentations. Then the next is next slide. Okay, so what are the futures of data augmentations? So the futures of augmentation is like we have a three futures. One is pre-trained modules, visualization options, and then attack data. Okay, so for that, so what is pre-trained models? The pre-trained models are the models which is available and we have to take for our specific purpose, and how we are going to train that models. Okay, and we will test that and evaluate the constraints. We have earlier talked about the constraints. The constraints are about like how much words we have to provide, what are the rules we have to provide during the testing. All these things are called the constraints. During that pre-training models, we will be able to evaluate that. So that is called pre-training modules. Pre-training modules, like now we can say that there are some birth-based classifiers. Such things will be there, and also like so there are some adversarial attacks also we can perform. That is called a text fuller deep word bug. So these things are some naming called recipes. So we are not diving into this kind of recipes now, because recipes comes under the text attack. So we will see that in a next sessions. That is a huge topic, that is called recipes. Okay, so here visualization options. What the visualization means, like we will use weights and biases to monitor the training performance. how that training is going on. Now all this comes in visualizations, and we use the wisdom to see the word level changes. We see, right, the transformation things, how the words are changing, how the confidence are shifting. Confidence shifting in the sense that sentiment analysis, right? So we will do that. And what are the error types during the real time? All these things are performed by this wisdom. Okay, and then so all these things, attack text is, this is a utility for strings that is mainly for tokenization and editing the text. So all these features we will use. Okay, then see, sometimes with these features you will see there are a lot of noises will be there before we use this text attack tool. With these methods we will be able to improve the noise, or we can say that we can reduce the noisiness by 34%. Okay, and the confidence also will get improved. So we will see that during the installation. So this is how we have to install. We have tried actually, like pip install text site. This takes some time. Okay, you can try it by yourself. Pip install text attack. Okay, so after that, okay, yeah, we'll show you live after this. Okay, I'll just cover things, then we will show you the live demo. Okay, then we will see that's command line usages. So here, like how we are going to attack, so text attack for this adversarial attack. For augmentation, text attack augment. See here we are only using the command line, we are not going to the Python. That's a different thing. We will take you through the another sessions, because that takes another 1 hour. Okay, here text attack train to train this model. These are the command line usages, you will get it. Okay, and then so these are the adversarial attacks. Okay, we'll come into later with this. So this is the command line that which you are going to provide it. So what it is, okay, so this is how you have to use it. Text attack hyphen model, and then BERT base uncased hyphen dataset hyphen from Hugging Face. So what is that hyphen attack? This is as like I explained earlier, we are doing the text attack here. We are doing the adversarial attack. Then hyphen model means we are using this model. What model? This is a BERT base uncased. What is that? This we are using this model, and I'll explain you what's in the data set which we are using is the IMDb movie reviews from the Hugging Face. So this is what the data sets which we are using, and then the attack samples. We are not going to run everything. Okay, but before that you should check your system is capable. At least you should have a 16 GB RAM, and then 512 GB of hard disk you should have. Okay, because with 8 GB it will not run. It will take your system performance will get reduced much. So here we are not running all the data sets because it takes a huge time. Okay, but what we are trying to do, we are trying to execute only the 5 examples. Okay, so BERT is what? BERT is this is the NLP model developed by the Google. What's we are using the uncased? Uncased is, see, this model will not distinguish the uppercase as well as the lowercase. So for example, if you see the Apple's A starts with capital and the Apple starts with small apple, so this will treat that input as same. This will not change. If it is a case, then it is a case sensitive. Even if you give caps A and small a, then it will try to detect, and it will get confused. So that's what cased and uncased. Here we will see these data sets which we are using here. Mainly this is mainly used for the sentiment analysis, text classifications, like question answering. All those purposes this will get used. Okay. So anybody have any doubts here? All good? So this is how you have to use. This is the very basic things. In the terminal itself, you will be able to use is text attack, then text attack augment and all that comes into later. Okay, so we'll see the output of this. What is the output? This is the this will comes here. Okay, like multiple outputs will be what it says here. This is a text sentimental model, right? It's trying to change a few words, like really, in reality, and then curious too, like no, yeah, veritable. So what this model thinks like the first model predicts it as negative in 50%, but after some small changes, the small word changes, it switched to positive, so that this model is easily fooled by the minor text edits. Okay, if you do any minor changes also, this whole sentiment will be changed. So that's what it's predicting. And the next output, it will predict with multiple inputs. See here, last time we see negative and positive, and here we are seeing that positive 52% and skip, and here for positive 55% skip, positive 53% and skip. What is the meaning of this? Here it says that this sentiment model analysis, right? It has a, because it's a movie database. That's what we are giving the by using the IMDb datasets. Okay, in this review, what's happening is like it incorrectly labeled a very negative reviews. Okay, and it has the things are it changes like, see, if you see all the three reviews are harshly negative. Why it's saying that there is no place to make that as a positive. Okay, it doesn't have any place to change anything to make this as a positive. So that's why the attacks are skipped here. Okay, so there are no suitable places where it can test for the adversarial changes. Okay, so the original prediction itself a wrong one. That's why it is this text attack tool is unable to make any changes and make that as a negative one. Okay, then we'll see the results. So this is a result of the successful attacks. So what is the number of successful attacks? It says like one successful attacks because it changed one input and fooled the model. How many examples we used? We just used 5, but it has a number of predictions. Okay, but we have tried only 5. Out of that, one successful attack happened. The number of failed attacks are 0. Number of skipped attacks are 4. Okay, because it says that the model already wrong, that is not suitable for the attacks. And the accuracy we have seen that 20%, means before we attack the tool and after we attack the tool, the model was correct only 20% at the time of testing. Okay, accuracy under attack means like originally it was 20%. During the attack, what that the model got 0% correct, means that it's totally failure. What is the success rate of the attack? 100%. Whatever that we have attempted to attack that model, we have that 100% efficiency. We have every time we have succeeded. So average perturbated word is 0.68%, means that on an average of less than 1% of words needs to be changed to fool this module. Okay, and the average number of words per unit is like around 208, this much word. It means like each input we are providing around 209 words here, and average number of queries about 201 model checks is required to one attack. Okay, to make one attack, it needs around 201 model checks. Okay, so with that, so Sadish, right now we will be able to share. Sadish, please share the screen. Okay, Sadish, please share your screen. Okay, so go back. Go to the top. So this is what we have done so far. Like, so we have done the pip install and then we have installed this. Okay, you can move down. Okay, one by one. Okay, after that, after pip install, next command. Okay, this is what pip show text attack. It shows the information about the tool. And then the next thing is yes, and the next one is like show the attack which we have performed. The text attack, the next one. No, above that, the command which we provide. That one. Yes. See here, text attack hyphen model, the birth base model we have used, and then we use the Hugging Face for data sets, IMDb reviews. We used only the 5 samples. You can use n number of samples, even if you don't provide. It takes all the data sets. Okay. With that, yeah, it takes some time. That's why we don't want to run live. It takes like 15 to 20 minutes once you provide this attack, and then you will get. See, each time when you run, the results would vary. Okay, see here that search method. It's a greedy word swab, and each method it try every time. See the constraints, Sadish, and that one goal functions. The let's say bottom. Yeah, wait. See if you see that no, stop. See the constraints goal the top. If you see that goal functions, transformations, constraints, everything is present over here. Okay, how this has happened. Okay, here what's happened here. Then we see that positive. See the results are keep on changing every time when you try to do the text attack, and the model keep on improving. Okay, that's what we have seen. What we have shown there, that's a first time we have taken, and this is the 4th and 5th time I think we have run this attack. So whenever you try to run this will get improved. Okay, so this we can move to the bottom. Yes, these are the results which we got. Okay, so with that we are winding up. We will see that because it's a very huge topic. Sadish, you can close this. Let me share. Okay, so with that we are winding up. So people, do you have any doubts? You can ask me. Yes, Ranjit.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for the session. It was great time to learn something. Good session.
Yes. Thank you. Because now it's a very vast topic. This is the introduction of text attack. There is a lot of recipes are coming up. Text folder attack, like there's so many are there. It's a very huge. The main complications which you will face, and we are also facing, is depends upon the configuration. Since we cannot download entire models or the configurations. When you try, you will face a lot of configuration issues. So you can try, but you will be able to try it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, we can wrap up this call.
Thank you, Michael. I have a
Yes.
question now. Here, how did we download this model to test the attack?
Yes. See this. You just try directly. You can give it. You don't have to do anything else. See here. Text attack, and then what module you want, and where you have to get it.
This bird based uncaged is a model, right?
Yes.
So
That's a model. This is the
okay.
data set which you are providing to train that.
Okay. How
Yeah.
did we download the model?
You
How-
don't have to download. Just directly you can give it. Takes from the and everything get worked. Nothing. You don't have to do anything apart from this.
Okay.
You got my point, right?
Yeah, I'm just a bit confused about these models right now. So this text tag is a framework or a tool to
This is one type of attack.
right?
Yes, adversarial attack. We have talked about adversarial attack, adversarial training, and data augmentations, right?
Yes.
In
Right.
this, we have executed only one thing: text attack. There is a text attack, something called another model augment or whatever, like training. That's a change. That we'll talk later. We
Yes.
just
I'm asking about the target, right? Here the target is bird, base, and case is the target.
Yeah,
right?
target. Yes, you can
Yeah.
choose any model.
Yeah. So to test a model, we need that model in the system, right?
No, not required. Not required.
Okay.
Yeah, it directly fetches and it will train itself. Yeah, it directly test it. You don't have to do anything. We didn't download any models for our testings.
Okay.
Because
But I think
consists-
Kasim's question is, Mitch, is that when we test a specific model and target it, how do we? So we understand that we have to use this text attack, hyphen attack, and then mention which model
Yes,
and
yes,
also
yes.
what this thing. So how do we target it to a specific LLM that is being used within a service or an API? How do we do that? Say, for example, we have. Anthropic models in AWS or say Gemini models, right? So
yes.
so how do we practically implement or try to test or verify the accuracy, etc., the reports that you showed?
Okay,
Practically,
specific. Okay. 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 Good question actually. Okay, we have tried only two models which already, and I'll answer in the maybe like next session. I will answer you for that. Okay.
Okay. Sure, Michael.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Hari.
Yeah. Thank you, Kasim.
Thanks, Hari. Thanks, Kasim.
Yeah.
So definitely I will answer you for that. We have tested only two models, and definitely I will come up with the models which you have mentioned and all these things.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mitch.
Okay. Apart from that, any other questions?
No, I'm good, Mitch. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. Bye bye. We'll see you in the next classes.
You too. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.